Hey everyone, SweetJohnnyCage here. I was recently watching another YouTuber that goes by the name The Week in Review. He's a guy who reviews food and energy drinks and all sorts of stuff. And I came across one of his videos where he reacts to his first video ever. It's a video that he uploaded when he was 13. It was like 8 years ago or 9 years ago or something like that. And I realized that's probably a good idea. I've been on YouTube since, I think, 2008, maybe 2007. Actually, I can check the date of this video that I'm about to react to. This was uploaded September 13th, 2007. So, wow, 13 years. So 13 years ago, or I guess like 12 and a half, 12 and a quarter years ago. Been on YouTube since then. And for those of you who don't know, I used to work at a video game store in Queens, New York. It was in Howard Beach, called Video Game Central. And VGC had a really big online storefront presence. So this was before Amazon exploded in popularity. This is back when brick and mortar stores like mom and pop shops could compete with GameStop. And it was definitely on the tail end of that, but there was a GameStop literally down the block from us, and we were both open for a long time together. Ultimately, Video Game Central moved to Maspeth, New York, which is closer to Long Island from Queens. And then it eventually closed a couple years later, so it was pretty unfortunate. But while I was at VGC, the person I was working with, Dave, he originally hired me to write for a blog that he was doing for the store. So basically the idea was there would be a store, rather we would have a blog, we'd write blog posts, and then at the end of the blog, we would link to the game or the product or whatever we were talking about and link back to the store. So you would read the blog post, get interested, we would give you a store link, and you'd buy it right from there. So yeah, it's a pretty common business model these days, but Dave was always kind of on the cutting edge of those sort of ideas. And then, this was 2007, so he quickly realized that, hey, shit, YouTube's going to be a thing, so we should probably change the format a bit. So we did both the blog and YouTube, and then eventually we just sort of did YouTube full-time, but still posted the videos on the blog. So the first video I did is called the DS and DS Lite replacement cases review. And I'll play this in a minute, but one thing that I do want to say is, since we were a mom and pop game store, we had the ability to sell stuff that GameStop couldn't. So this was replacement cases. We didn't sell mod chips because those were sort of like gray market, sort of illegal to install for people. But we did sell flip tops. Those are some of our most popular videos that we did, was the flip top installation videos. And I wish there was stuff like that today, soft mods for consoles. I would love to do those sort of tutorials, but they just kind of don't exist that much anymore. So these were like replacement shells for the DS and the DS Lite. If you want to change the color, or maybe yours broke, you could just, swap them out. So this is a review, although it's very loose review because I didn't actually install them or use them. We just sort of took them off the shelf and made a video about them and called it a review for views. Not the most, kind of ethical way to do it, but that's what we did. So let's go ahead and check it out.
Hey there, gamers. SweetJohnnyCage.
Wow, I'm easily 80 pounds lighter.
The DS and DS Lite official replacement shells.
This was my laptop
let's start off
that I used to use. I think it was my mom's
DS.
or something that I was borrowing.
I'm not too sure how many people actually have these anymore. Just in case you do, and your screen's either, cracked, or your hinges fell off, because that did happen a lot back in the day. Or it's just too dirty, it's not in good condition
accent
anymore.
was ridiculous.
You could buy one of these off our website, or come in straight into the store.
Let's pause a second. So, for those of you who don't know, New York has many regional accents. So there's the Queens accent, there's Brooklyn, Manhattan, Bronx, and Long Island. I haven't trained myself out of that accent. I still have it. When I say coffee or fall or hallway, I still have it. If I get angry, it comes out. If I'm driving, it comes out. Go get a cup of coffee. If I say something quick, it'll come out. But for some reason, the Queen's accent just really took my mouth over, and I would just drop R's constantly. I said something in the beginning of this video. I can't remember what it was, even though I just watched it, where I just forgot there was an R in the word. That's very, very Queens, very Howard Beach, and I had only been there a few weeks, and it already started affecting me. So that's really funny.
This is the DS replacement case. Comes with everything you see here. Wouldn't try to tip you out of anything. Comes with the
Wouldn't want to
front
jip
screen,
you out of
top
anything.
shell,
Wow.
official logos on everything.
Not that we ever jipped it. It's just weird that it's at
Go
that.
for the top. And then you have all of your official buttons and everything.
Okay,
And
yeah,
all
so
your screws. A lot of
the
small
cases
pieces,
would be
so
like
make sure you try
clamshell, and
not
then
to
they would
lose
put the
them.
package of screws in
But I
them.
don't think you should have too much trouble. Official stickers are right in the bag too. I don't want to take it open to, you know, decrease the integrity. It's all in there.
Integrity.
For you. On the back you have your replacement battery door cover. Again, all the official logos for everything.
Surprised I said door, not door.
And this one is the black one. And then over here we have the same exact thing, but in red.
So these didn't come with
And if you go onto the
screens.
website, you'll see that we have a lot of different colors. Because
There's this-
I don't
just
know
the
how
shell.
many hardcore games we have out there. But a
Hardcore.
lot of you would know that in Japan they had a lot of different colors that
Colors.
we Americans didn't get. So just, you know, like
Oh
navy
my
blue,
god.
and on
It
the
sounds
DS
horrible.
side, they actually got a like a baby blue. That we
That's
didn't
a
get.
Metal Gear Solid 4 poster
So,
in the background.
Segueing over to the
There's a
DS
wall
Lite,
scroll. And we're literally
we have
filming this in
the
front of
Shock
the shelves in the
DS
back.
replacement cases made by Extreme. Pretty little box that you're going to get when you order it. And a
I
couple
do remember
colors
those
we have here
boxes.
for
They were
you.
thin cardboard.
We have the clear. Everybody always likes the clear. Makes you look
The
a
clear.
little bit more elite. So you open it up.
Elite!
All
1337.
shells, including the little power. So, you know, everything's clear for you.
See, this is not a review. This is just, here's what's in the box. Let's call it a review.
All replacement buttons, arrows, X, Y, B, A, L, and R. And it even comes with your GBA cartridge slot.
Oh, right. The old
You know,
DSs had
yeah,
Game Boy
playing
Advance
GBA
boards
game
in
at the
them.
time.
Forgot about that.
There's your back.
Like hardcore backwards compatibility. Just,
And it
yes.
also
Throw the
comes
GBA slot in the
in
bottom.
a matte white, which actually I prefer. Only
Matte
'cause I
white.
know that as, you know, a gamer, I get sweaty hands sometimes when I play.
Still
So,
do.
You know, when I'm playing on my regular DS,
Regular.
there's fingerprints all over them. I don't really like that. It gets dirty pretty easy.
Dirty.
Same deal with this.
God.
This is white, and it comes with
This is
clear
not
buttons.
Forrest. This is how I used to
Everything
speak.
in the bag. Everything else is white.
But it was only when I worked in Queens. After I
GBA
quit VGC, I
replacement
sort of lost this accent within a few months.
Back. Put this back together. We also have red over here. It also comes in a lot of various colors. You got yellow, red, white, blue, black, and clear. And as
Wow.
a special surprise, conveniently placed behind the rack.
Yeah, these are our shipping shelves. That's all USPS
Bum,
boxes
bum,
right there.
bum.
Chrome?
We have chrome.
Yeah, yeah. I remember that.
A little bit of fingerprint.
This was like so
This is
useless.
chrome.
Like, if your
It's a
hands are
black inside.
all oily, like everyone's are, this
It's
is the
top
worst
shell.
color to get.
You can even see
And I'm
that
saying that now
on it.
because I don't work there anymore. It's out of business,
It's
but
always
it's just
nice.
like Jesus.
I know me, I'm a perfectionist. Chrome comes with the clear buttons.
I never saw
everything else.
anyone using these. Like even at conventions and stuff, I never saw
once
anyone
again,
using these
chroming it up.
custom things. But we did ship a
the
lot. We did sell a
DS
lot of
Lite
these
Of the
things,
future here.
if I remember correctly.
Put that back together for you.
Oh yeah, the VGC logo was just my screensaver.
And
Oh no,
then
maybe I
We
clicked.
have this is
So
exclusive to
funny.
Video Game
Why have
Central.
that?
This is opening that for the first time. The
Exclusive to
official DS
VGC.
Lite replacement shell.
Oh.
The finish. Oh,
Okay, so there's a really weird gray market on video game accessories. Or at least there was back in the day. It's like I quit VGC in like 2009, 2000, like late 2008, and I never worked at another game store again. It not like I'll never work at another game store again. It was just like I just didn't. I like worked at a bank for a few years full time. Although, believe it or not, I worked at a bank full time, would come here at night. I would drive like 45 minutes, come to VGC at night, do all this filming and everything and editing, and then go home at like 1 in the morning. My mom would get pissed. Anyway, so there's a really weird gray market on video game accessories, or at least there was back in the day, where you could get, and it's hard to see because of the quality of the videos, like 240p back in the day. Yeah, literally 240p. Where it was literally a replica. Like, it would have official markings, official stickers. All it would really be missing was a serial number sticker. But you could get these, like, full DS Lite and DS and PlayStation, whatever you wanted. You could get full-fledged replacements. And that's what we stocked. And it's like, you know, we did have the they were not cheaper in quality, but like cheaper in price because they didn't have any of the markings. We did have the less expensive replica stuff, or like third-party sort of stuff. But then we had these like gray market, we don't really know where they came from, sort of like full-fledged replicas. And they'd be a little bit more expensive. But again, like we don't know, I don't exactly know where they came from. Like they came from the same distributor we get other stuff from. But it was so weird. So weird that we would get these things.
Over the top.
We had them for PSPs as well.
It's all nice and shiny. This is an exact replica pretty much of the DS Lite in black. Open that up, there's your top. Everything's there. Get a nice little packing card so nothing gets scratched up. All the official buttons are in here as well. Still in the setting. And then you even get, you know, all the...
So the setting, just to explain that real quick, what I meant by the setting is when you... So, okay. Let's... Hope this hasn't screwed anything up. So, let's say on an Xbox controller, right? So this is an Xbox One controller. Obviously, this is way newer than a DS. So basically, just say this is your D-pad, right? Oh, no, sorry. Let's do the face buttons. So the face buttons, it's 4 separate buttons. But on the... when you would get, like, the parts themselves, this would be on, like, a plastic grid that you'd have to, like, snap them off of. So that's the setting. And all these cases would have that. Like, you would have, like, one brick that had the 4 buttons on it. You had to break them off. And it was really annoying, like, filing down the because when you break it off, there would be, like, a little nub on the button. You'd have to file that off in order to get it to sit correctly. Very annoying.
Writing on it and everything.
That's why machines do it.
And it comes off. Even has official stickers and everything.
Oh, it had a serial number! Oh my god!
And then, when you buy this...
It was definitely like all zeros or something.
It's called the tri-wing screwdriver.
Tri-wing screwdriver. Nintendo still uses
Lite,
those.
And, in case you still have one, the GBASP, which is always nice in case you gotta do a quick repair on that.
Yeah, they did it for the Wii as well. The
Wii
Wii wouldn't come out for another couple of years.
Official
you hear the phones ringing.
Just in case you lose them. I know I do. On those long plane rides at the game conventions. Also comes in pink.
Not that I was going to many back then, but...
Same thing. All your buttons are replaced. Everything you see here. Once again, stickers and everything on the back.
Stickers and everything. I sound like a pawnbroker.
You can find this and a lot more as far as DS and DS Lite replacements. Thanks for watching.
So this is before I had any sort of sign-off. I really had no idea how to end the video. But yeah, so this was like a really fun time in life. Like I said, I worked at a game store. We would just pull stuff off the shelf. And sorry if you hear the wind. It's supposed to get a snow squall here in New Jersey today. But we would just pull stuff off the shelf and unbox it or review it. And it was a really, really fun time. We were like one of the first to do a streaming podcast every week. We would stream on Stickum.tv, I think it was, and then Justin TV well before Twitch. Well before Twitch was even, like, it wasn't an extension of Justin TV, but it was, like, part of Justin TV. Well before Twitch was even a thing, or an idea in someone's head. It might have been an idea, but it was way before, years and years and years before. And some of our more popular things were the import consoles that we would get. So, I guess the Wii was out at this time. I said the Wii would come out years later. I had it in my head that the Wii came out in 2009, but it came out in 2006. November 13th or 15th. Why do I remember these days? Anyway, we would just pull up import systems off the shelves. And the reason for that is because a lot of times back in the day, and this still sort of happens, Japan would get different colors of consoles. So they had a white PS3 that it was called ceramic white. They had a satin silver PS3. My PS3, it's not Japanese, but Konami released, or my first PS3, Konami released a green. It was called Hagane Green. Some people thought it was gunmetal, but they released a green PS3. I have that. Maybe I'll unbox that as a retro unboxing one day. That's a good idea. Anyway, so this is a really good time in my life. Just wanted to react to this first video. Maybe I'll do this again because there's a ton of gems on this channel. The Video Game Central channel these days, Dave changed it. But all the videos are still up, so check it out if you want to see the really old stuff. You got to scroll really far down to see it, though. But they're all still there. And we also had a second channel after Dave left called Video Game Central Show. And there's other stuff with me on there too. So maybe I'll react to other stuff as well. Yeah, so appreciate you watching this. You know, the next game I'll be covering, real quick, is going to be Final Fantasy VII Remake. So on stream, I'm going to be playing Final Fantasy VII on PC with the new threat mod, as well as just some other texture modifications and stuff. So I'm going to be getting like a fresh experience with the original Final Fantasy VII in time for Remake, and then we'll move on to that. Yeah, if you like this sort of content, you want to see me do this again, let me know in the comments. There's a ton of old VGC videos. There's a ton of my old videos personally that we could do. I have one that I filmed in my bedroom of a DSi unboxing. It was like 2 days after I quit VGC that came out, and I was like, oh, I'm doing this on my own. Anyway, but yeah, all right. Thanks so much for watching. I'm SweetJohnnyCage, and I'll see you later. I even messed up my own sign off just like on that one. I'm leaving it in. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.